Okay, so I'm up here at 56 Paseo and Cantado. These are the views to the east. So you've got Baldy straight ahead right there. Doesn't have any snow on it right now. And then further up to the east here, you get into the small communities of Rio Medio and Chupadero. But all those houses that you see over there are part of Vista Redonda, which is where we are right now. The pavement ends just up there, so it's paved almost all the way to this lot here. You can sort of see a white stake and I think a telephone box, and I think the transformer for the electric for this lot is up there. Oh, there's the telephone box there, and then there's another transformer down on the corner. So that's the corner right there. That's the lot line out to the road, and then it goes on the corner there up to the neighbor's house. But there is one more lot between this lot and the house, the pitched metal roof house that you see over there. You'll get a better view of that in a second. So now I'm kind of facing due south. Very flat, very buildable. You really have your options here in terms of where you want to locate. Most of the shrubbery is just juniper and pinon. Everything looks pretty healthy though. There's a couple of old roads here, maybe even a little hiking trail. That house that you see dead ahead is the neighbor that has the tennis court. So the property line, wherever the tennis court is over on that side. But again, plenty of, flat spots to build up here. And not a whole lot of tree removal that you'd have to do. A lot of this stuff is really teeny. There's a couple bigger piñons, which are nice. Those are pretty healthy. And I'm gonna walk out here to this edge where as I thought when I mentioned on the phone, it does drop off out here. So I don't know how far in you'd want to go, but you certainly have plenty of options to give yourself privacy. Behind that house are the Jemez Mountains. So that's looking west and a little bit to the north. And then way off the saddleback looking thing is Sandia Peak. And then you've got views of all of the base of Sangre de Cristo Mountains going through here. Luckily, it's not too windy today. We've been having some nasty wind and fires. I'm sure you've heard about it. In fact, you can see a little bit of the burn scar from the Rio Medio fire just below where that Baldy spot is. You see it's all brown up there. That fire was here about 3 years ago and burned up towards the ski basin. It did not come down the hill into the community. So even though you're pretty tucked up tight in the foothills here, you're far enough out that I think the fire danger is going to be quite a bit less than it would be if you were further up in those foothills there. Really just pretty tremendous views in all directions and a nice flat level building site. It's fantastic that you've got access to the water. It looks like somewhat of a hiking trail here that maybe the neighbors all use. I don't know. I'll just follow it for a little bit. I read more about the community water system. There's a $2,000 transfer fee that you pay right off the bat just to get hooked up to the water. And then it's $1,500 a year for a development fee that you pay in. And then you pay for the water on a regular basis, on a monthly basis. So the lot, I think, drops off here. So you can see that edge gets a little bit steep. I think a little bit over towards that direction is going to be the property line where that other vacant lot starts. And down below, you can see that's the highway coming up. That's the road coming right up here. You do sort of do that curve around there and then come back up to get into Vista Redonda. And where you see all that green stuff, all those trees, that is Rancho Encantado. That's the Four Seasons right there. So you could probably follow this trail and literally walk down to the Four Seasons and have dinner. Also in Tesuque, you've got two little restaurants. One's El Nido and one is Tesuque Village Market. Those are both less than 10 minutes from here. So if you needed a bite to eat, you're not too far away. And then to the north end of town, like Albertsons and all that kind of stuff, maybe another 10 minutes, you can hop on 285 to get there. I'm pretty sure this is all still part of the property. There's a lot of foot traffic I'm noticing. Probably people come out here just to check the view. I mean, that is just gorgeous. So everything's starting to green up a little bit. You can see that's all part of Tesuque River Valley, heading to the north. Santa Fe Opera is over there somewhere, and you're looking basically out at the Jemez Mountains. It's really smoky right now because there's a fire in the Jemez. You can see, oh, there's the tennis court right there. So the property line is just to the inside of where the tennis court is, and it probably even goes further out to this little point way down there. Not that you could probably build all the way out there, but you could probably build all the way up to where I was just standing. I mean, look where all those houses are. They are all perched out on the very end of the ledge there, kind of. So if you wanted to come further off the road, you could try to make it all the way out to this spot right here. You would have the view of that neighbor right there, and a potential new neighbor over here at some point, but still pretty private. And I think the further away you get from the road actually opens up the views to the east a little bit better too. So, like right here, pretty sweet. Oh, there's the opera. I was looking a little bit further to the west. You can barely see it. It's got that funny little white triangle thing on the top of it. So if the wind's blowing right, you might actually even be able to hear it. So now we're looking west, northwest, back to the neighbor, due north, coming around to the east. Yeah, you got to put in a septic. That shouldn't be a problem here. You'd probably have to do a soil test, percolation test, just to make sure the soil can handle it. You've got electric to the lot line that you could grid tie into, but you could definitely go solar here. I didn't see many other houses with solar panels, but a lot of these houses are older, you know. They've been built since, you know, mid-90s, early 2000s. Solar wasn't quite a thing back then, so you may not see that as much up here. And then if you needed gas, you'd probably have to go propane for that. But clearly you can do pitched metal roofs, which is good for limiting fire danger. And I do know that they have some 2-story houses, but they don't encourage them. It's just based on the topography of the lot, which you really wouldn't even need to do that here. Everything looks pretty healthy. I see 2 dead piñons. They're on the smaller side. And I have seen some stumps around too, so somebody has at least been taking care of this property and clearing out any dead stuff. This is not bad right up in here either. It's a little bit closer to the road. You see my car right there? But that was a short driveway. So I'll do another video driving out so you can get a sense of the neighborhood too. Over and out.